Acumatica Distribution Edition, presented by Synergy Resources. Acumatica's Distribution Edition offers a fully web-based business management tool to run your distribution business. Everything from inventory management, finance and accounting, sales and CRM, warehouse management, customer relationships, supplier relationships, and more can be managed inside of Acumatica Cloud ERP. The system can be considered an omni-channel environment, which allows you to gather and collect orders from multiple sources of revenue, including your sales team, your online website, or even a B2B customer portal. Acumatica's embedded warehouse management system with barcoding allows many distribution companies to eliminate the need for third-party warehouse management systems. By utilizing Acumatica's warehouse management, you are using a single database, which means all information is communicated in real time from your warehouse to your back office. Thousands of distribution companies are relying on Acumatica for their business management system and their competitive edge in a digital world. Here are some examples of the many different types of distributors that are running on Acumatica and the types of industries that they operate in. Acumatica is a true cloud ERP system with flexible deployment options. That means it is available in a public cloud SaaS offering, usually powered by Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure, and it is also available in a private cloud model. By going with the Acumatica SaaS offering, your license price would include hosting, backups, and security, which are often separate costs associated with managing a technology infrastructure. Let's take a look at Acumatica. Welcome to Acumatica, a connected workplace for your business. Each Acumatica user is going to have a dashboard based on their role within the company. You can see in my example, I have a warehouse manager dashboard as my home base today. The system is based on roles and permissions, so each user will only see the areas of the system that they need to do their job. See, some of the things that my warehouse manager cares about are orders that need to be shipped, any shipments that might be late, purchase orders that they are expecting, and perhaps on-time shipping ratios. You can also see that the dashboards are dynamic. I can see the views across individual warehouses, or in other examples, maybe across individual people, like sales by salesperson. These dashboards allow each user to be more proactive in their responsibilities. So as a warehouse manager, I see right away I have 12 orders to ship. I can drill down into those 12 orders, and I gain immediate insight as to who is the order for, who sold that order, as well as the order total. I can also open up a side panel in Acumatica, which allows me to view the actual record, in this case, which is a sales order. We'll be talking much more about sales orders and fulfillment in just a moment. First, let's take a look at how we set up and manage inventory inside of Acumatica. Here is a master stock item record for a laptop computer. You can see that this particular item has been assigned to an item class. Item classes in Acumatica allow us to get very granular with our reporting, so we can understand sales and costs by specific classes of items. Acumatica handles multiple valuation methods, as well as multiple units of measure. This will allow you to get very accurate with controlling and understanding the costs of your items, whether they are a single good or perhaps a kit of goods. Acumatica allows you to track lot and serial numbers as well. So if you are managing items that require serial numbers, lot numbers, or expiration dates, Acumatica can help you with the management of those types of controls. Acumatica does support multiple warehouses, so you can set up and manage multiple warehouses as well as gain visibility into and sell from multiple warehouses. You can also set up warehouse locations, such as bin numbers, row numbers, or shelf numbers. Acumatica will also allow you to manage your vendors and replenishment settings. You can set up multiple vendors and preferred vendors for your inventory, and you can also manage lead times or have Acumatica start to understand your lead times based on your interaction with your vendors. From a replenishment perspective, you will have multiple options for your distribution business. You may choose to use something like basic min-max reorder points, and the system can send you notifications once it's time to reorder. You may also choose to use more of a moving average or demand forecast model, or Acumatica's Manufacturing Requirements Planning, or MRP module, which is available with our Manufacturing Edition. Once you have configured your replenishment settings, your purchasing team may have a dashboard as simple as this. It might be something more complex that has more views and charts available, but they can see all of their purchase suggestions here and be able to quickly understand what is required to be purchased into the warehouse. Now that we have a basic understanding of how to set up and manage inventory inside of Acumatica, I'd like to move through the process of creating a quote, sales order, and processing a shipment. Acumatica does include a full CRM system, so that means you can manage all of your sales team's leads, opportunities, quotes, and even support cases or help desk tickets inside of Acumatica. This will be outside of the scope of today's presentation, just for the essence of time. With that, let's go create a new sales order. Entering quotes and sales orders are quite similar in Acumatica, so for the purposes of this presentation, I'll just enter a sales order. The first thing I'll do is enter a customer. I can either start to type in the customer's name, or I can select from a drop-down list. Acumatica supports multiple customer locations, so if you too have multiple ship-to or build-to addresses, Acumatica can support you on that. Remember, there are multiple ways that sales orders can get into Acumatica, so if you are taking orders via your website, via a customer portal, or otherwise, that's no problem. But in today's example, I'm entering this order as a sales rep. And there will be multiple tools available to me as a sales rep that I can take advantage of. One example is this Add Item button, which gives me an order pad where I can go back and see any history and any sales with this customer over time. As a sales rep, that gives me great visibility. I may want to add an item, suggest a new item, or perhaps match a past price that we have offered to this customer. We'll also see a flag or an icon appear if there are any related items to the item I have added to the sales order. We can then drill down to see those related items and make appropriate suggestions. There are a number of other tools available to continue to help you to add more information to your sales order. You may want to just add one line item at a time, entering in your inventory ID, quantity, etc. Or you may prefer to upload a long list of items from something like an Excel file to help you avoid human error or reduce the time it takes to create that quote or sales order. Acumatica has very intelligent pricing tables, so if you do have customer-specific pricing, class-specific pricing, discounting, etc. that needs to be factored in, Acumatica can automate that process for you. We should take note of several advantages that the salesperson has directly from the sales order screen, including inventory visibility. They can see exactly how many of these items are available, and if there are multiple warehouses, they can actually look at this by warehouse. They also have the ability to quote shipping rates or take customer payments, maybe via a credit card. On the shipping side, Acumatica has native integrations with UPS, USPS, and FedEx. This allows you to shop for carrier rates, print labels, and generate tracking numbers directly inside of Acumatica. I can see that FedEx Ground is offering my lowest rate, so I will choose FedEx Ground today. I also have the ability to take a customer payment or prepayment via credit card if needed. Acumatica is fully PCI compliant, which allows you to manage the tokens of your customer's credit card without storing their full credit card number. In order to keep customer satisfaction top of mind, Acumatica offers the ability to communicate externally with your customers on all associated sales orders, quotes, and shipments. For example, if you would like to email a sales order acknowledgement or perhaps a copy of the shipment to the customer, you can use Acumatica for those communications. You will see all associated activities attached to the sales order record. In this case, here is a copy of the sales order that went out to the customer. Now that we've placed sales order number 7130, it's time to talk about fulfillment. I'm going to take you back to a dashboard in order to do that. Remember, the dashboards can be used for each person in the company to manage their responsibilities. So I can drill down into those 13 orders to ship now. If you remember, we had 12 when we started today. Bottom of the screen, I see sales order number 7130, which we just entered a moment ago. To fulfill this order, you will have a number of options depending on the requirements of your business. There is a full warehouse management system that includes pick, pack, and ship with scanning as needed. There is also the ability to do more of what we call a quick process. So if you perhaps have customers walking into your actual store and they would like to quickly have an order processed for them, including the invoice and the shipment at the same time, almost like a POS system, a very light POS system, Acumatica can handle that for you. You can see in this example my shipment, pick list, and invoice were created all within one click. You can, of course, follow a process to generate these documents separately if you'd prefer. I will quickly call up a pick list so that you can see an example. The pick list is directly associated with the shipment number as well as the inventory's location within your warehouse, row 1, shelf 1 in my example. The pick list also includes barcodes so that you can scan and complete your pick, pack, and ship process this way if needed. As items are picked and fulfilled accordingly, and these can be using batch picking, wave picking, and other workflows based in the warehouse management tool, available via the mobile device or scanners, you are then ready to put your labels on the box. In my example, if you remember, we used the shipping carrier integration to actually help me generate a shipping label, which was FedEx, so I have my FedEx label here. But I'll also see the tracking number from FedEx directly on the customer's shipment record as well. If you do choose to utilize the warehouse management module, your view will look something like this. From the mobile application, whether that's from a tablet, rugged scanner, or a smartphone as I'm showing today, you'll have access to all of the different functions related to warehouse management, such as the pick, pack, and ship, receive and put away, or transfer. Again, just for the purposes of today's demo, I will not go through the full process of pick, pack, and ship using scanning, but just highlighting that this is completely built in and integrated with Acumatica. If you are asking yourself if these functions can be performed in bulk or in batches, the answer is yes. If you wanted to create multiple shipments, multiple invoices at the same time, you can use these processing screens to select your action, in this case, create my shipment records for any associated sales orders that are ready to be shipped. Same thing on the invoicing side. If you would like to prepare all of your invoices based on all of your shipments at the same time, you are welcome to do so, or you can create one invoice at a time. Acumatica has hundreds of reports available for distributors like you to get great visibility into their day-to-day operations. Here's an example of an inventory summary, where for a particular item, I am looking across multiple warehouses. How many do we have on hand? How many are already booked to sales orders, allocated, created on purchase orders? What is the total unit cost, average cost, etc.? This is one example of many types of reports in Acumatica that you do not have to create manually and that you can even use as a basis for your dashboard views. There are many types of third-party integrations that you may choose to utilize to add on to Acumatica to support your distribution company. One example is EDI. You may prefer to use an EDI provider like SPS Commerce or otherwise to manage EDI transactions with big box retailers. You may also choose to set up an online website such as BigCommerce or Shopify to connect into your Acumatica instance. Or perhaps you need tax automation through the likes of someone like Avalara or Vertex. Acumatica helps distributors like you to reduce order processing times, boost sales, and understand their true costs with a single collaborative business management system to manage your distribution company. Thank you for joining me today. For more information, you can contact me directly at the email address located on your screen or at www.synergyresources.net.